Story 1. Would I be the asshole for refusing to contribute £150 towards my cousin's wedding? I 23M was recently told that my cousin 23F was getting married. I live in Europe whereas she lives in North Africa. I am North African by descent. My mother, who brought the news to me, later told me without making it an option to send £150 to my aunt, my cousin's mother, in order to contribute towards the wedding costs. The wedding will take place in a week from now. My cousin is officially married. Already only the celebration need be funded. I am deeply unmotivation to contribute £150 even. Though that amount of money isn't colossal for the following reasons. First, I was not aware that she envisaged getting married or even had someone in mind. I did not know the man until I was indirectly told 3 days ago. Second, my mother painted the contribution as charity, which makes little sense to me as the latter need be voluntary and not coercive, and contribution toward a necessary cause, fighting hunger, housing homeless individuals. A celebration does not seem that necessary to warrant that label to me. Third, I was not asked directly would I be the asshole if I chose not to send the money. I'd be happy to provide any additional information in the comments. Comment 1. Not the asshole. I think your mom can contribute double if she thinks this practice is normal. Laugh my ass off. Comment 2. Not the asshole. They are asking you to pay for the party that they are throwing to celebrate the wedding that they already had. You are under no obligation to contribute. Comment 3. I think we need way more information. Is this common in your culture? If you got married, would family contribute to your wedding? Are you ever going home? Is this the kind of thing that would cause an issue with the family in the future? Will this impact your mom's relationship with your family? What happens if you were living overseas in 25 years and your mom needs an operation and you can't get home and the family refuses to take her to the hospital, citing your stinginess? Do you have more cousins? Will sending money for this wedding obligate you to send money to 12 more weddings because you have 12 more cousins? Story 2. Am I the asshole for snapping at my cousin after she read a poem at my dinner? I 19F have a cousin Camila, also 18F, and we've basically grown up like twins because our mums are sisters and they've always pushed us together. Only thing is she's the miracle baby because her mum has issues having kids, and ever since she was born it's like the whole fam decided she's the main character. Like growing up I was always told to give her the toy, let her go first, calm her down even if we both cried. She once fell over and I got told off for not looking after her properly. I was sick. She's always been the talented one, writes poems, acts, paints random stuff. She wrote a poem about the sky when we were 10 and my grandma literally framed it. I'm not even joking. Meanwhile I'm the one helping clean, setting the table, watching the little cousins, and no one notices. She's fake nice, like always posting grateful for today but never says thanks in real life, never helps, never stays behind to clean or anything. Just shows up when there's attention. Her mom hypes her 24/7. My mom's sweet but hates drama, so she's always telling me to let it go. Grandma literally acts like Camila invented kindness. Anyway, I got into my first choice uni last week. Me laugh out loud, and my mom planned a little dinner at grandma's. Not a huge deal, just close family. Even brought my boyfriend 19M and was honestly really excited. Camila showed up late wearing some long floaty dress like she was about to get married or something. Hugs me like, so proud of you babes, you've always been the responsible one. Okay, kept saying weird stuff all night like how she helped me through school and calling my boyfriend Danny and laughing at everything he said. She touched his arm multiple times like please stop. Then after dinner her mom stands up and goes, Camila wrote something she wants to share, and I just knew. She pulls out this poem and starts reading it out loud while thing was like growth and pain into the new chapters we all must face. It wasn't even about me, it was about her. Against everyone clapped. Grandma looked like she was gonna cry. Her mom goes, she's so gifted. I'm sitting there like, are you serious right now? So I just snapped, said you always do this, you couldn't even let me have one night without making it about you. She was like, what? And I said that poem wasn't for me, it was just another way to get attention. Like always she burst out crying. Her mom started yelling. Grandma looked horrified. My mom tired to say something but got talked over. Camila ran upstairs and left early with her mom. I helped clean up. No one said anything. Later my boyfriend said I wasn't wrong but maybe I could have waited. My cousin 20M texted me like we've all wanted to say that since we were 12. Laugh out loud. Now she's unfollowed me on everything. Her mom wants me to formally apologize. Grandma said it was a stain on the family. My mom says just move on, but I'm tired of always moving on and letting her take the spotlight. So yeah, did I go too far? Comment 1. Not the asshole. It's time for you to go to college with your boyfriend and leave the toxic part of your family behind. You've been given way too much responsibility from too young of an age. You need to learn and find out who you are outside of them. Getting into college is an achievement you can and should be proud of. Thought it seems like you don't really feel that way about yourself. Those years of neglect do that to a person. Leave them behind even for just a couple of years and find yourself. Then you can still decide if you want to reopen contact. I'm not saying your whole family, just the ones that prioritize your cousin over everyone else and want you to apologize. Comment 2 Not the asshole. I'm sorry you have to deal with this. It sounds like a classic golden child dynamic where kids are assigned extreme and unrealistic roles. You are not responsible for your cousin, and whatever your family seems committed to believing she is not magical being who can do no wrong and deserves uninterrupted admiration and attention. You did a great job getting into your first choice uni. Well done, go get it. We ride at dawn. Ignore these ridiculous people and go on out about your business being fabulous. Comment 3 Not the asshole, but I think she's jealous of you and the attention you were getting as well as your achievement, and that's why she did it, and I wouldn't be surprised if she slides into your boyfriend's DMs later and tried to flirt with him again. Go to college, have fun, learn as much as you can, and accept that your family will never give you the attention that they give her. She's the golden child, but you'll be starting a new and interesting life soon, so focus on that. Story 3 Am I the asshole for not apologizing to my mom? So I 18F am home for summer following my first years at college. It's been kind of hellish dealing with my mother, who refuses to treat me any different than a year ago. We've been clashing constantly. This fight is one of the biggest. It starts with our dishwasher breaking, so washing all our dishes is now by hand. As a family of 3 who primarily cooks and doesn't order out, we generate a lot of dirty dishes. I, despite despising washed dishes, have volunteered several times to do the washing so that she could have a break from it. However, today I felt that she crossed a line. I had told her yesterday that I would be doing the washing in the morning as a lot had collected over 2 days with no one willing to do them this morning. However, I woke up in a really shitty mood. My aircon wasn't working properly, I wasn't able to sleep, and I woke up really late, plus I was stressed about some work I had to do. She was aware of all of this. An hour after I woke up, I had barely had breakfast and was still feeling groggy when she comes into my room and tells me to do the dishes. Now I get really annoyed, especially as she phrased it as an order and not a request. I finally got fed up with the way she treats me and snapped that I'm not a dog, so don't order me like one. She got mad and is now giving me the silent treatment and waiting for me to apologize, but I refuse to because I feel like I'm in the right. Am I the asshole? Comment 1 You said you would do the dishes, so perhaps just do them. Comment 2 You the asshole, you live there, so you're contributing to the dirtying of the dishes. You're an adult, so you to clean up your living space. You don't get to choose when you help. You do what's needed. Your mom no longer has to cook and clean and do laundry and all those other things that you were doing for yourself while you were living elsewhere. You realize that you've changed over the year away in university. The lives and living arrangements for you, mom, and whoever the third person who lives there have changed too. Their living arrangement was vastly different without you. It doesn't just automatically go back to how it was before you left. Comment 3 Who pays for your college? Do you have a summer job? You are living there rent-free. I assume. Do the freaking dishes every day. They should be done 3 times a day. I would be pissed if I went to cook everyone dinner and the dishes were dirty on the counter. Want to be treated like an adult, then act like an adult. You the asshole. Story 4 Am I that asshole for calling my mom out on a pattern of behavior? My family seems to have a pattern when it comes to giving me information, specifically when it relates to the health of my relatives. My family is relatively healthy, and besides the normal age-related arthritis and things, my family is for the most part healthy. I think for context, I am in my early 40s. I lie in Fort Worth, and my parents and extended family on my side live near Chicago. My dad's mom passed away in 2005, and I was given minimal information before her passing. I got a fair amount of information after she passed, but up until she went into the hospital for the final time, I was given the line that grandma is going in or a health issue, but not to worry. This kind of thing continued when my mom and dad both had skin cancer. Luckily it was a mild form and neither of them have had any further problems past the removal. As far as I know, my mom was hospitalized with a pretty bad case of E. coli that had my dad pretty worried. I call my mom pretty frequently, and the only reason I found out was my dad answered her phone and filled me in. I could list many other instances of this, but I think you get the picture. About 2 weeks ago, my maternal grandfather was feeling dizzy and they took him to the hospital and they put in a pacemaker. He is 93 but hasn't had a history of heart problems. Again, the only way I found out about this was calling my mom and asked her about her week. I asked my mom if she was telling me the whole situation, as she had kept things from me before. She got a little defensive and seemed a little angry. He was doing fine and in his retirement's home rehabilitation recovery ward. They expected him to come back to his apartment in the building a few days ago, but they kept him longer. Called my mom yesterday and she said she couldn't talk long as they were taking my grandpa back to the hospital as he was having trouble breathe. This is pretty significant as he smoked every day from 14 to 80ish and he had COVID a few months ago. Also was not informed about that one until after the fast. I feel like my family is purposely keeping information from me when it relates to the health of my family. I don't want to know the results of every allergy test or routine checkup. The medically significant events are the ones I worry about. I know that I am halfway across the country and I can't really do anything about this stuff, but I haven't always been. All my family means enough to me that it is news I want to hear and I am concerned about it. It makes me angry and hurt that I am not in the loop about these things to the point where it has become a pattern. I might the asshole because I know health issues can be very stressful and expecting them to also fill me and maybe a little selfish when they have a lot to deal with. So am I the asshole for being mad and a little hurt, or do I have a genuine reason to feel the way I do? Edit. I am willing to concede to a gentle I am the asshole. Am I wrong for feeling like I need more updates? No. Is it wrong to expect my mom to give me more than she is in her time of stress and possible pain? Probably, with leaning towards yes. Sometimes these posts devolve into dumpster fires or op is just looking for validation for your part. Posters and readers, thank you for keeping it civil and giving me perspective and honest opinions. Keep being good people. Comment 1. Not the asshole, but I'm also not objective. My family has the same pattern. My father just had skin cancer removed from his scalp at a hospital 5 minutes from my house and they didn't tell me until I asked about the bandage. It is always like this. I complain and I get nowhere. You have my sympathy. OB. Comment 2. Sounds like you're worried and they don't want to worry you. Both are understandable in my opinion. I'll say not the asshole. I might be a little biased as I tend to keep my medical issues to those who need to know, and I tend to downplay things with my family as I know my family will worry and I don't want to worry them without cause. Feels like this issue could be similar. I do understand your frustrations though. Comment 3. Gentle YTA. Just because you are related does not make you entitled to know about every medical issue, every time. HIPAA exists for a reason. I don't tell my children every time I go to the doctor or need to go to the ER. Why? Because it's none of their business, nor do I want them to worry. If it is pertinent to their health, such as familial or genetic issues, sure, I'll tell them. But if I am getting a low-grade cancerous tumor not known to have a genetic or familial component removed? No, they don't need to know, and to be frank, post-surgery/procedure for something like that would entitle me to a bit of self-care and processing of my own health information, without having to keep everyone informed, no? Now, if you're concerned that you may be at risk for certain issues, be blunt, use your adult voice, and ask. Hey Pops, do you know if diabetes runs on your side? Hey Mom, is heart disease known to be an issue on your side? Or, you could just get genetic screening done, provided your insurance will cover it. Story 5. Am I the asshole for not going to my dad's house for a pre-baby shower get-together? My 28F dad 55M and stepmom 39F invited me to come to their house the weekend before my baby shower when my brother is visiting for a pre-baby shower celebration, because they couldn't go to the baby shower. The reason? My brother 3M takes a daily nap. It's a 3-hour drive. They own a dog and there would be a lot of people at the baby shower and they wouldn't get enough time with me to catch up, so it wasn't worth it for them. They also let me know that this wasn't a crowning moment and that I will be so disappointed that most people don't come, and I know that's true, but I wanted my dad to want to come. I booked the baby shower date to accommodate my boyfriend's parents who are flying in from Central Asia and a couple of other family members who are flying in from across the country. Originally this shower was booked to accommodate my brother's 23M trip to my dad's, but unfortunately he will have to leave too early due to medical stuff. Part of the issue with the pre-baby shower is that it would be over a Sunday to Monday and I'd have to take time off work when I'm already missing a ton because of the baby's appointments, and there's a 0% chance my boyfriend can swing coming with me. My dad has flown across the country for a 16-hour trip for my brother's professional licensing ceremony before he's flown nannies across the country to take my baby brother on vacations before, so I just was not buying the excuses he gave me. They said some pretty condescending things to me and I tried to talk to them about it, but they seemed convinced that I'm unreasonable and they were upset that I cried on the phone 6 months pregnant, so I'm a bit emotional and I didn't want to go to the accommodation baby shower. I wanted them to want to come to my actual baby shower and meet my boyfriend's family. My brother thinks I'm in the right and doesn't mind if I don't come to see him when he visits my dad. My grandparents, who are 2.5 hours from the shower, plan to come. My dad is going on a trip where he won't have service with his family for a couple of days so he can think about it. My friends and other people in my life think that my dad and stepmom are in the wrong, but part of me wonders if I should just suck it up and visit them. But part of me worries that if I go to my dad's it's going to be like this for the rest of my baby's life. Am I the asshole for not going to my dad's house for a pre-baby shower get-together? Too long. Didn't read. Dad doesn't want to go to my baby shower because my baby brother naps and he owns a dog, but dad wants me to come visit before the shower instead. Comment 1. They want you, the pregnant woman, to drive 3 hours to see them. Tell them your doctor would advise against that and they can make an effort like everyone else. Not the asshole. Comment 2. Not the asshole. Your dad and stepmom have the right to decline that invitation, but that doesn't require you to attend another gathering, especially when you are worried about missing work with you already having to miss for doctor appointments. Comment 3. A shame. Your back is starting to hurt when you sit still too long, so a long drive won't be possible that weekend. That is, if you need an excuse, you could just say you can't take any more off work, as well as that seems like a reality. If your dad can't be bothered to give a little effort to you, why should you give any effort to him? Not the asshole, of course.